Hey folks, Monty here with Bridge Set Sound. That was a Wavestate performance using a patch that I designed titled Acid Helmet. And now I'd just like to take a couple minutes. I'm going to break down for you how I actually did that, because I made this patch actually a couple months ago as a challenge to myself to see if I could make acid music using only the Korg Wavestate. I think I got close. So I basically what I want to do is I have drums going and I have a bass line going, and I'm really using the performance mod knobs to adjust the sequences of all 4 layers, so that even though I'm only hitting one note, I have multiple sequences and I can go through multiple parts of an acid song, if you will. So let me just go through part by part, or layer by layer. Layer A is the kick drum, and I'll just let you hear that. Just simple 4 on the floor kick drum. However, what I did do is, using this performance mod knob number 1, I have that set to adjust the start and the end points of my the loop points on my sample lane, so that with the turn of the knob I have a number of different kick samples available to me. So I programmed this for 4, but you could have a number. So that's like a really good way to just adjust make the song evolve a little bit, make one kick that hits a little bit more, one that's a little boomier, whatever. So we'll have that keep going. Layer B I have set up as hi-hats, so we'll add those in. And so I use two mod knobs to adjust this sequence. I have mod knob number 2. I can turn that to adjust, again, I'm adjusting the loop start and end points for my sample lane to, so I can change the timbre of the hi-hat. And so at either extreme, it's totally different. So I have a noisier hi-hat and a more metallic hi-hat. However, anywhere in between here, it's going to interpolate, and you can just adjust the timbre of your hi-hat. And I pair that with mod knob number 3, which allows me to have 3 different rhythms. So this very simple one, turn it straight up. It's more of a triplet feel, and then all the way to the right is just off, because sometimes you want to kill the hi-hat. Cool. So then layer C, I use that for my snares. So single 2 and the 4. However, I use the individual layer mod knob, not a performance mod knob. I'm using this one, number 1 here, to adjust the start point, just the start point, not the start and the end point of the timing lane. And what that actually does is that allows me to adjust where the snare is going to hit in the sequence. Cool. And then the last thing we need to add is a bass. So I have a number of different, actually the remaining 5 macro knobs are all set up to adjust the bass. So let's just hear what's going on. So on knobs number 5 and 6, I have the cutoff and the resonance respectively. So you get that nice acid squelch. Knob number 7, I actually have adjusting the wet dry of the pre-effects, which is just a wave shaper. Just timbre adjustment. And then for knobs 4 and 8, I actually have it to adjust the pitch sequence. So with knob number 4 being the main adjustment. So then it's a running bass line. And then I can use knob 8 as well. And then using all those And the way I'm actually modulating the pitch for the bass is slightly different. I'm not modulating the start and the end points of the loop points. I am actually just adjusting individual steps in the pitch sequence itself. So I have all of the pitches in the sequence set to 0, but I can use this mod knob to adjust individual ones. So I have this just turning on the steps in the sequence, and then the same thing with knob number 8. So there you have it. When you put all those together, you can make a sequence or a performance like you saw at the beginning of this video. And like I said, I made this patch actually a couple of months ago, and I can already think of a bunch of ways to just really expand upon it. So it's really powerful if you can push the limits of this thing.